City Studios in Texas, USA. It's the In Real Time Car Talk Show. Just ahead, Mr. Carfax, Patrick Olsen, joins us. Jeff has the Motor Minute, and I'll review the 2026. I want to make sure that I've got this right. I'll review the 2026 Land Rover Range Rover.
Right.
Now you're going to say, well, wait a minute, Don. Didn't you have that not too long ago? Yes, I did have the Range Rover, but this is another one, and it's different.
Different color.
Different color and different propulsion.
Oh.
There's that.
There's propulsion.
Yeah. Meaning that this particular vehicle is the dynamic autobiography. No, autobiography.
Stay tuned. We're going to review it.
And yeah, we are. If I can get the name out, get this. This is the Sport Dynamic SE PHEV.
We're going to place your range with
Is that they don't even make a bumper sticker that's big enough to hold all of that.
Oh wow! Or a bumper. They don't even make bumpers that big.
Well, that's all colored
Plastic,
in.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have Patrick.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Well, let's get Patrick up here and talk to him. Patrick Olsen, you, sir, are in the hot seat.
Okay, I'm ready.
Done.
You're always ready. Hey, man, it's good to see you. How you been?
Great, I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
Well, pretty good. So Patrick is the editor-in-chief at Carfax. And if you don't know about Carfax, what rock are you living under? Because how long has Carfax been around?
We've been around really since 1984. We passed our 40th anniversary a couple of years back now.
Wow. Well, congratulations, because, all of us that are in the car business, and I kind of some sort of way consider us in the car business, we know about Carfax, but it wasn't on the tip of everybody's tongue in 1984. And I think, now this is just me and my observations, Carfax really didn't get going until the dealers brought it into the dealerships and say, this used car right here has got a Carfax on it. And then all of a sudden it exploded.
Well, it was for them to have someone else do the work for them.
Well,
Exactly.
basically, yeah.
Yep.
And am I wrong on that?
No, I think it was tied into that was a phrase we still use today, which is "show me the Carfax." Right? When we launched first with the very first Carfax commercial using Carfax was actually a hand puppet that a dealer was using to fool somebody. And then we made Carfax our mascot, and recognition of Carfax nationally exploded. People everywhere knew us and knew us from the Fox. But I think it's that concept of show me the Carfax that really got into dealers' heads and then got into consumers' heads after that.
So what is it about Carfax that really changed the way that used cars are sold? Because it's not just the fact that not every car has a Carfax with it. And there are those that have a Carfax with it, and you're going, well, wait a minute, that car's been wrecked. So and those that haven't been wrecked. So those that are in perfect shape. So how does all of that play into the way that many people, I won't say most, but many people buy cars these days? I know I do.
Yeah. So I would say one of the things is for us, VINs became standard in the U.S. in 1981. And so for almost every VIN since then, and mostly for mainstream vehicles, but still for exotics, we have a Carfax report for that. And what's changed over the years is from 84 till around 2014, we focused almost exclusively on vehicle history and looking at when cars got serviced, when cars got re-registered, when cars went through a safety inspection. But we've added different things over the years. Like around 2018, we added our history-based values. So instead of just carrying what the year, make, model, and mileage of your car was, we cared about those service visits, and we cared about the accidents and damage your car may have received. And now, we do sort of a past, present, and future on the Carfax report. The past, we have all the work that's been done in the car. The present, that history-based value. In the future, we now have reliability predictions for most vehicles anywhere from 3 years old to just past 10 years old. And we can tell you what we estimate is the likelihood that you're going to need a major repair on that particular vehicle, that specific VIN, over the next 3 years.
So the information on a person's car is only communicated to Carfax if that particular facility reports it, or does it go off the VIN number automatically? And the second part is, does Carfax notice gaps in the history? Maybe you had a fender bender that the guy down the street fixed it for you and it's not reported, but it looks like it's had an accident. So do you see those things as well?
So let me take the first one first.
Sure.
So yeah, not everything is reported to us. There are plenty of guys, I imagine, a fair number of your viewers who are doing their own oil change or doing what have you. So what's great is if they do that, they can report in the Carfax Car Care app, which is free. You can't buy anything in it, but you can note, hey, I did an oil change and here are my receipts for the oil that I bought. It won't be on the vehicle history report, but it'll be in the app that you can show a potential buyer. But we are limited to what is reported to us. I can tell you, we are approaching 100,000 different service shops and dealerships who are reporting things to us, in addition to, registration and safety inspection and emissions inspections. So we've got a pretty good view on virtually every vehicle on the road in the U.S. today.
Okay, that was going to be my next question. So what about Joe's Repair Shop in Sandusky, Ohio?
Oh, I've been there.
You have? I bet you have. That was for something completely different. I think it turned into some sort of, never mind.
I think it was the doctor's office.
And the doctor's office. So, this is basically a one-man shop.
Yeah.
He does oil changes. He does light repairs. He doesn't do engine overhauls and that sort of stuff. What happens if that's the guy that you trust with your car? And there are a lot of guys out there like that. And so can he report to Carfax?
Absolutely, he can. And as a customer who goes to him for that work, you can ask him to report it to Carfax, and we will eagerly take that information into our system. What we tell a lot of repair shops and service places is we're helping you and helping your customer, because the more that consumers know about the work that was done on that vehicle, honestly, the more that vehicle is worth when it comes time to sell it. So I think the average we found over time for cars that have service records versus those that don't is something in the neighborhood of $1,500 when it comes time to resell it. So unless you keep buying a vehicle and driving it into the ground and you plan to sell it after 3, 5, 7 years, it's crucial that you keep track of that, and having your mechanic report to Carfax is an easy way to make sure that it's logged.
Does it cost Joe's in Sandusky, Ohio money to report this to you?
It does not.
It costs him nothing. So how do you qualify him or quantify him, however you want to put it, to make the report on the car that he just serviced?
Well, but now you've gotten into a realm that's probably a little bit over my head and out of my wheelhouse.
Didn't mean to do that.
Yeah.
That wasn't okay. So, so he can report, that he changed a water pump on the car,
Yep.
and that he changed the oil in it and did a general inspection. It needed a right front brake, and he replaced the pads in that and that sort of thing.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep.
All right. And does it cost him anything to do that?
It shouldn't. No.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And I will tell you, that one of my granddaughters just bought her first car. Went through that whole process. Okay, here's how you go down, set up the financing. And one of the things when she did find the car she wanted, I told her, ask him for the Carfax. Ask him if he's got one. So she got that. And it showed a one owner car, bought from that dealership, traded back in, had all the records on it, a little high on the mileage. But like I told her, I said, here's where it shows how well that car was taken care of.
Yeah.
And that was very important. And I was really glad that she had that. It made her feel a little bit better about buying the car.
Well, these certified used cars, Patrick, do they differ from a regular used car dealership?
Well, so that really, a certified pre-owned car, or CPO as we call them, that's really up to automakers, right? So Toyota and Lexus and GM and whoever, they set up their own rules as to what those are. But talking about the car that your daughter bought, we just recently introduced a new approach to help consumers identify cars just like that, which is a car that's bought at a dealership, gets serviced at that dealer buys it back and then puts it for sale. We call that a homegrown car. And we have found when dealers call that out to shoppers, that those cars sell faster and they sell for more money. So consumers, and like your daughter did, it's nice to know that this guy stole it originally. This guy took care of it. He's very familiar with this vehicle, and now he's selling it. And it, in consumers' eyes, makes those cars seem a little bit more legit. Well, CPO is another way to think about cars being better handled, better inspected.
A little bit better taken care of.
Yeah, exactly. They may be a little more expensive, but there's some peace of mind because almost always a CPO car comes with some level of extended warranty, which is yeah.
There's also variations of what a CPO is because the dealership will, 127 point inspection, check, make sure all the bolts are tight. And then you've got the guy in the corner with 6 or 7 cars that says, we check 14 pieces of the vehicle to make sure, because all they're doing is protecting themselves on the service, especially the used car side of it. Yeah. So CPO varies for different organizations.
Yes. And it's important, I think, to really look at the definitions and descriptions of what CPO is to make sure you're getting that value out of it.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Yeah.
Now, okay, go ahead, Mike.
That was a great statement you made about the dealership using that. They didn't. This dealership, I mean, it's a new car dealership, but they didn't. She had to ask for it. Yeah. And if he would have said, yes, here, let me show you this. I mean, she's 21 years old. Let me show you this on your first car. Here's some of the good things. To me, that would have been that would have pushed you a little bit quicker into making that decision.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it'll clinch the sale.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a relatively new idea that we're pushing. I mean, honestly, we launched this back, I think, at the NADA show in February. And so I think for a lot of dealerships, they haven't really considered it. But we've done some case studies, and we definitely see a very positive response from consumers around cars where they feel like, hey, they know this car, and they're not selling me something they bought hot off the street yesterday. It's been here and it's been back here. And, they know what's working. They know what's not.
Yeah, they're proud of it. They want to show it off.
Yeah.
Patrick, if I'm in the market for a used car and I found one that I'm kind of honed in on, how much does it cost me to run a Carfax on that?
So if you want to buy a Carfax report, which is great, we encourage it. It's $45 currently. But I would really push the seller, whether it's private party or dealership, hey, give me the Carfax, because there's a level of transparency there and trust that seller should be eager to give you the Carfax. The $50 or whatever or less if it's a dealer that it costs them to persuade you or convince you of the value of the car that you're trying to buy, that should be a positive to the dealer or to the private party seller.
Exactly.
If particularly private party doesn't want to give you the Carfax, I would A, make sure I buy one, and B, go through it very carefully.
Yeah, wonder what he's hiding.
I'm sorry. When I get ready to sell the 2001 Corvette, it's never been wrecked. It's had several owners, but it's been garage kept. This thing's baby, and it's a nice car. Yeah. When I get ready to sell it, so it behoove me to buy the Carfax on and say, hey, look, here's the Carfax.
Yep, absolutely. Because I think that just shows to the buyer, I'm not hiding anything, right? I'm not trying to obfuscate. I'm not trying to distract you. Boom, here's the details.
So, Patrick, I've worked on his car. Should I report it to Carfax?
No,
he doesn't want to devalue it.
No, then the value would go down. We don't want that. Yeah. Exactly.
We do have dealer and service shop ratings. I don't know if you personally have any, but
but he does.
You
just
do
can't
have ratings on
public
dealerships?
We do. We get user reviews from people who we know are at the dealership. So this isn't Bob owns a service shop and goes back on his computer and writes up 16 positive reviews of himself. We're only picking people we know got service there, and we're asking them what they think. And those are what populates our dealership and service shop user reviews.
So it would behoove me if I bought a new car to join Carfax and be able to report all of that stuff. And then you would know that I'm a legit guy with this particular car.
Absolutely. The beauty of getting the Carfax Car Care app, which is where you would register your VIN, again, cost you nothing. But we would tell you, for example, like if you had a brand new recall, there was one this week for 500,000 Kia Tellurides with a park outside recall, meaning they want you to park it away from buildings. Well, we would tell you that instantly. And whether it's for a brand new Telluride, whether it's for a 2010 Ford Escape or something, that's the beauty of the app is it is constantly keeping you up to date, not only in the services that you need in your favorite dealerships and service shops, but also when new information comes in like, hey, there's a recall for this, you got to get it fixed.
So where is the Carfax Tower in America that holds 10,000 people putting all this information in?
Well, it's more like 1,500 people, and we are all over the country. Our headquarters are in Centerville, Virginia. We have an office in London, Ontario. We have an office in Columbia, Missouri. And Columbia, Missouri was the original home of Carfax. But we have got people all over the country. For example, I'm talking to you today out of my house in Chattanooga, Tennessee. So we are all over the place.
Well, when they open up a Maui office, we're in.
Maui.
Yeah, we'll be that.
Yeah.
I might have to go scope it out first just to make it sure it's okay.
Right. Go
and
you
you
also
also
up, get everything running.
And you're also taking the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show with you to help promote the fact that you're opening up a Maui office.
Exactly. I mean, it really wouldn't be the same without y'all.
That's
See,
right.
There you go. You hear that, Virginia?
Yeah. well, Patrick, it's always great to talk to you. Is there any parting thoughts that you'd like to give us? Anything new? Yeah.
The last thing I'll tell you is we added back at the beginning of the year something called dependability. And we look at a vehicle, let's say like a Chevy Tahoe, at the percentage that have made it to 150,000 miles, percentage that made it to 200,000 miles, and the percentage that are still on the road after 20 years. And we compared those to the same model year and average. And I'm telling you guys, for your viewers, that is going to be eye-opening to see which models make it to 150, how many make it to 200,000. The delta between those two, there's a huge drop-off. And then how many are still on the road today? If you are looking for a used car, there's some great details there in our research pages.
Does it cost us anything? Does it cost us anything to get that?
Cost you zero. Go to carfax.com/research and have at it.
And that's just if there's no gaps in that information too. So,
well, we've got literally more than 35 billion records that we use. We have no gaps in that information.
Gotcha.
Patrick, it's great to talk to you. Stay cool up there now here.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah.
All right, brother. We'll talk to you again, hopefully toward the end of the year.
All right, man. Sounds good. You guys take care.
Maui.
Take care. All right. Yeah, see you in Maui.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't want to go to Maui right now. I mean, if the weather's there, it's always the same. I want to go, the weather's
Just
really
it's
crappy.
different. You're on an island. You got all the other islands around. It's very expensive, but
just ahead.
Yeah.
Jeff's Motor Minute and a review of the Land Rover Range Rover plug-in hybrid when the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this 90-second break. Stay with us. The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous Lupi beef and chicken fajitas or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Lupi Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Lupi Tortilla. Eats pretty good. Apple or Android, In Wheel Time podcast can be found everywhere, on the stream and through downloads. Whether you're on the road or at home and searching for a fun car talk show, give In Wheel Time a try. Honest new car reviews, fun, informative interviews with real car people, weekly automotive news, features like Jeff's Car Culture, Mike's Driving Destinations, all on In Wheel Time. Check us out on SiriusXM Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or while you're shopping on Amazon through Amazon Music. InWheelTime.com has a list, so check us out. In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. You're invited to join us for the live version of this show. It's every Saturday at a regular time, 10 to noon Central, on nwheeltime.com, YouTube, and Facebook. Or you can grab a 30-minute podcast of our show from your favorite podcast store. It is free, and it is wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Okay. I like it.
Who's that from?
I'm thinking that was,
Lawrence Welk on a one and a two.
That's not who I was thinking.
Champagne bubbles coming up from behind.
Well, that's the Champagne Orchestra.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Time now for the Motor Minute. Champagne. Okay, ready to go?
Well,
go.
the Motor Minute, it's just, I've got some interesting Carfax, Carfax from Patrick.
Yeah.
This is just information that we may not know. But the most expensive country to buy a new car would be in Singapore. You have to have a certificate of entitlement, or a COE, that provides.
I know several ex-wives like that. Certificates of entitlement.
No, that's alimony. The policy aims to reduce congestion, limiting the number of cars on the road. So you're only selected. You have to show the means that you can not clog up the roads. It's about 7,807 people per square kilometer. That's how many people they have.
How many square miles is that?
It's 247 square. So if you got a calculator, you can figure it out. We're going to use a calculator in all of this. So the longest car in the world was built by a person, is a car guru in California called Jay Oberg. Guinness Book of World Records has the longest car ever at 100 meters, which is 328 feet for those listening. Car was built with a swimming pool, a diving board, king-size waterbed, and a helipad. How about that? The cheapest car in the world is a Tata Nano.
Of course it is.
Tata Motors. Tata.
The
The car is the world's cheapest car. It's a rear-wheel drive car that's at speeds of 105 kilometers. Again, that's 65.24 miles per hour. When it was first introduced, the car was only $1,400. Now it's around between $3,200 and $4,600. I guess the materials of the Tata have gone up.
Hey,
World's fastest police car.
Worked out a little more.
There you go. Dagmars. The world's fastest police car, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, is in Dubai. The Dubai Police Department has a Bugatti Veyron, 1,000 horsepower.
Wasn't they confiscated from some drug dealer?
Probably. I don't know about drug dealers in Dubai, but confiscated some oil. 253 miles per hour, which again, that's 407 kilometers.
Why are we doing the kilometers and the meters?
Because I just want to mess with your calculations.
Well, you've done that. There's no doubt.
Automotive recycling. 80% of the average vehicle is recyclable. 12 million vehicles are recycled every year. Unbelievably, automotive recycling is the 16th largest industry in the United States. So how about that? Just some interesting car information facts on that.
Yeah, that is interesting. Yeah. Some of them burn up right here in the city of Houston.
Park them outside.
With some tires over the fence.
Park them outside.
Time now for this hour's car review. I had the opportunity to drive the 2025 Land Rover Range Rover. It is built in Solihull, United Kingdom. Just thought you'd like to know that, where it's built.
I've heard of that place. I have.
Available trim levels, Dynamic and the Autobiography. I had the Sport Dynamic SE PHEV. That is a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Mid-size SUV. Now, you'd think that this would be full-size. Nope, mid-size. 5 seats in it. That would include the driver, clearly. It was all new in 2023. We're just now getting this in the press fleet, but I'll tell you what. Oh, my God. What?
It's a good-looking vehicle.
Ooh, it is absolutely beautiful. Exterior features, smooth aero body lines, modern yet conservative. All horizontal and slick design throughout. Front and rear lighting is no frills, but is extra sleek. As a matter of fact, the rear taillights are kind of like built in to it looks like, the body work on this
Like
thing.
shaved in? What they call that, shaved or no?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Oh,
I know. I think I know what you're talking
yeah.
about. It's not the same thing.
Okay.
Big wheels are really straightforward and good looking. There's nothing fancy about anything. It draws your attention. The whole thing is just slick. How else do you say it?
It's a good looking car.
Overall design gets high marks. What could use improvement? Don't get gray. Gray is boring. Why would you get a gray car? It's almost as if here, let's go ahead and get the car sprayed as a primer. Let's do the gray primer. They don't use red primer anymore. I don't know why, but anyway, I just don't understand gray cars, but whatever. Interior highlights. I love the interior. It's just kind of like the exterior. No frills looking. Interior is ultra conservative in its design. Materials top notch with comfortable seating surfaces. The infotainment screen is tablet style, kind of small actually in comparison to some of the ones that we see today. Simple conservative controls for the HVAC. And as far as cargo and trunk room is concerned, it is smallish with the second row up. Again, this is a midsize. Look how slick that is.
Looks nice.
Yeah. Now, this is a brand new car. You'd think, well, wait a minute. That's kind of like the old stripper models of the Nova back in the 1970s. No, this isn't. Hardly anything. Can't even compare it. What I liked about it, the simplicity of the look. What could use improvement? Some of the screens in the infotainment screen are a little complicated to maneuver through. I think that I would go back to school on that one. But like anything else, you buy a new car, you get used to it, and then it's no big deal. All right. So what's it got under the hood? A 3-liter inline 6-cylinder that turns out 454 horsepower and 487 pound-feet of torque. This isn't the big V8. This is the 3-liter inline 6. Tows up to 6,600 pounds. And if you want to just get on the gas only, it gets 21 miles per gallon. Not bad, considering you get all this horsepower and the Lexus. Yeah, I know. Isn't it beautiful? To see it in person is just truly stunning. I got 28.3 miles per gallon over 381.8 miles. What I liked about it, the power. Plenty. It's always there. What could use improvement? Absolutely nothing. Maybe a full electric would be interesting to drive. Now, I did not get the 110-volt charge cord with this vehicle. For some reason, they didn't include it. I don't know. It would have been nice because I can plug it in here at the house, and then at work, they have a 110-volt outlet there. And so I could have probably got a lot better gas mileage if I plugged it in all over the place, but I did not. So I want to be sure and transparent in that regard. What I liked about it, the air suspension, one of the best, plenty of control, but my God, the ride is just to die for. What could use improvement there? Nothing. Base trim price, $95,100.
I was sitting here thinking, how pretty is that car?
Price has tested $96,725. Base model price $79,450. Let me just say this before I get into the competitors. This was actually shocking to me because I have driven vehicles in the $130,000 category. This beats them.
Wow. This
is probably one of the nicest vehicles on the market today. As far as reliability concerns, I don't have them. I don't know anything about that. I might want to check into that if you're interested in this, but I'll tell you what, if you're interested in a super luxury, beautiful vehicle that has lots of horsepower and you want to impress the neighbors, I think I'd check this one out. Cool. Okay, here are the competitors. The Lexus TX PHEV for $80,000, the BMW X5 PHEV for $76,000, and the Mercedes GLE PHEV for $72,250. Next week, we review the VW Tiguan SUV, which is a complete redesign. I think you'll be interested to hear what I have to say about that.
So you don't like great cars, do you?
Boy, I'll tell you what, man. If I were a rich man, which I am not, I would seriously consider buying something like that. The wife would love it. I don't have a wife, but
you got to buy the wife, then you get the car.
And I think that color's got a lot to do with it. That brilliant red.
Golly, it's stunning is what it is. See, if you'd like to get in touch with us, send us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We're back after this quick break. Stay with us. Your car is a direct reflection of you, so don't be satisfied with color fade or a dingy, dull appearance. Get rid of those terrible automated car wash scratches. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your Save the Paint company. John Gray and his team of detailing experts can help your cars finish without a full repaint. Searching for real experts in window tint or windshield protection? Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Dash cams, radar detectors, Gulf Coast Auto Shield. Got a new car? Get it protected as soon as you take delivery. If you don't know which of the multitude of protection products to go with, John Gray will give you an honest opinion and won't sell you something you don't need. John will help you understand the many options and pricing right on the spot. He's your guy to have your ride looking its best and protected too. See the state-of-the-art shop yourself. Free tours anytime. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to, located just south of the Southwest Freeway on the Sam Houston Parkway. Gulf Coast Auto Shield, full-service luxury car care today and online at gcautoshield.com. Gift giving should be meaningful, and we have an idea. A hand-painted custom illustration of your car from one of the nation's leading artists. Now you can get one or a car show poster customized for you, a friend, or a loved one. Bill Sites will be happy to guide you through the process. No matter what the day, birthday, anniversary, or any day, an Autographics custom illustration adds an extra touch of class to any home. Call Bill today, 832-922-0963. That's 832-922-0963. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.